I am a person who feels genuinely, deeply, and completely good about myself. Not because everything in my life is perfect, and not because I have achieved every goal I have set, but because I have chosen to meet myself with kindness, with honesty, and with an unwavering sense of inner worthiness that does not depend on external conditions. I feel so good about myself, and I claim that feeling as my natural state. I am worthy. Not because I earned it, not because someone gave it to me, and not because I perform well enough to deserve it. I am worthy because I exist. My worth is inherent, permanent, and completely non-negotiable. No circumstance can take it from me, no criticism can diminish it, and no season of struggle can make me forget it. I carry my worth inside me like a steady flame that weather cannot extinguish. I am a person who feels loved. I feel deeply loved by the universe, by life itself, by the people who are drawn into my orbit, and above all, by myself. I choose to receive love fully and without resistance. I am no longer in the habit of deflecting affection, minimizing care, or pushing away goodness. I open my arms wide and I let love in. And in doing so, I become an even more powerful source of love for everyone around me. I am aligned. Something in me knows its direction. My values and my actions are moving in harmony. My thoughts and my feelings are becoming partners rather than opponents. My inner world and my outer life are beginning to mirror each other in beautiful, surprising, and tangible ways. I am a person in alignment, and alignment feels like coming home to a place you never actually left. I am magnetic. I do not have to force connection, chase approval, or shrink myself to fit into spaces that were never designed for my full presence. I attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances naturally, because I am operating from a place of genuine wholeness. The more I feel good about myself, the more the world conspires to show me evidence that I was right to. I am magnetic, and I trust in that magnetism completely. I am free. Free from the old narratives that kept me small. Free from the compulsive need to prove myself. Free from the exhausting performance of being everything to everyone while giving nothing to myself. I release every identity that was assigned to me by fear, and I step fully into the identity that feels most alive, most true, and most deeply mine. I am free to be exactly who I am, and who I am is extraordinary. I am safe. Right now, in this moment, I am safe to feel. I am safe to be seen. I am safe to take up space. I am safe to express the fullness of who I am without bracing for rejection or punishment. Safety is not something I wait for the world to grant me. Safety is something I cultivate inside myself, and I choose it now. I feel so safe, and from that safety, everything else becomes possible. I am valuable. The unique combination of experiences, perspectives, gifts, and energy that I bring to every room, every conversation, and every creative endeavor is something the world genuinely needs. I do not need to compete with anyone else's path, because no one else is walking mine. I am irreplaceable, and I carry that truth with quiet confidence wherever I go. I feel good about my mindset. I have cultivated an inner landscape that is fertile, flexible, and fundamentally oriented toward growth. When I encounter difficulty, I do not interpret it as evidence that something is wrong with me. I interpret it as information. I interpret it as invitation. Every challenge is an opportunity to discover what I am made of. And what I am made of is resilience, creativity, and an unshakable trust in my own ability to adapt. I feel so joyful. Joy is not a reward I receive after I have suffered enough, achieved enough, or become enough. Joy is a practice. It is a lens I choose to see through, a frequency I choose to tune into, a posture I assume toward my life, regardless of what my circumstances look like on any given day. I choose joy now. I choose it actively, deliberately, and with my whole heart. I feel so healthy. My body is a magnificent, intelligent system that is always working in my favor. Every breath I take is a gift. Every heartbeat is a testament to the extraordinary machinery of life operating inside me at this very moment. I honor my body with gratitude, I feed it with care, I move it with pleasure, and I speak to it with the same tenderness I would offer to someone I deeply love. I feel so healthy, and that feeling is one I choose to inhabit and expand every single day. I feel relaxed, knowing good things are coming. I no longer carry the exhausting tension of someone who believes they must control every outcome in order to be safe. I have surrendered that particular burden, and in its place, I have found something far more powerful: trust. I trust that life is moving in my favor. I trust that the seeds I am planting are growing even when I cannot see them. I trust that what is meant for me cannot be taken from me, and that what is on its way to me is more beautiful than I can currently imagine. I feel relaxed. I feel open. I feel expectant in the best possible way. I feel lucky. I know that luck is not something that happens to some people and not others based on some invisible cosmic lottery. Luck is what emerges when preparation meets openness, when gratitude creates receptivity, when the signal I send out matches the frequency of what I want to receive. I am a lucky person. I always have been. And the more I notice and acknowledge the lucky moments in my life, the more of them I seem to attract. I feel so good about what is coming. The future I am walking toward is bright, rich, meaningful, and more than enough. I do not need to grasp for it, or worry about it, or try to control the exact shape it takes. I simply need to keep moving forward in faith, feeling good now, taking aligned action now, being grateful now, and trusting that what is coming is already en route. I feel so good about what is coming, and that feeling itself is the magnet. I feel grateful. Gratitude is the foundation of every other good feeling I carry. When I look at my life through the lens of gratitude, I discover abundance everywhere. I notice the warmth of sunlight. I notice the taste of food. I notice the sound of laughter, the comfort of shelter, the miracle of connection. I am surrounded by blessings, and I make a practice of seeing them clearly and often. I feel so grateful, and gratitude has become the ground I stand on. I feel trusting. I trust myself. I trust my instincts, my judgment, my ability to navigate uncertainty, and my capacity to handle whatever life brings. I also trust life itself. I trust the process. I trust that there is an intelligence operating beneath the surface of things that is always working toward my highest good. even when I cannot see how the pieces fit together. Trusting feels like relief. Trusting feels like exhaling, and I choose it fully. I feel open. I release the need to have every answer before I take a step. I release the need for certainty as a precondition for courage. I am open to the unexpected gifts that arrive when I loosen my grip on how things should look and allow myself to be genuinely surprised by how good they can be. I am open to receiving more than I have been taught to expect. I am open to a life that exceeds my own blueprint. I am open, and in my openness, everything new becomes possible. I feel good about my choices. Every decision I make today is a reflection of the person I have chosen to become. I make choices from a place of clarity, self-respect, and genuine alignment with my values. I no longer make decisions from fear, from approval seeking, or from a desperate need to manage other people's perceptions of me. I choose what is true for me. I choose what is good for me. And I trust myself to know the difference. I feel good about my habits. I have become someone who shows up for themselves consistently, not because I am rigid or hard on myself, but because I have discovered the profound self-love encoded in small, daily acts of care and discipline. My habits are the architecture of my future. The way I spend my mornings, the things I consume, the people I spend time with, the thoughts I return to again and again. These are the building blocks of my most vibrant life. I feel good about what I am building, one small choice at a time. I feel good about my daily life. I do not need to wait for some grand transformation before I begin to love the texture of my everyday experience. The ordinary moments of my life are extraordinary when I am present enough to see them clearly. I feel good about today. This day, exactly as it is full of possibility, beauty, and quiet miracle. I am here for it. I am awake to it. And I feel genuinely, deeply good about it. I feel good about my career. I bring something real and irreplaceable to the work I do. My skills are genuine, my growth is consistent, and my contribution matters more than I sometimes give myself credit for. I am moving in a direction that is aligned with my purpose, even when the path is not entirely clear. I trust my professional journey. I trust my timing, and I feel good about where I am headed and who I am becoming along the way. I feel good about my money. My relationship with money is healing. I release every old belief that told me I was not good with money, that money was hard to come by, that abundance was for other people and not for me. I am open to financial well-being. I manage what I have with wisdom. I make space for more with gratitude. And I trust that as I align my energy with abundance, abundance continues to flow to me in ways that are surprising, consistent, and deeply satisfying. I feel good about my relationships. I attract people who see me clearly and love what they see. I invest in connections that are mutual, nourishing, and built on genuine respect. I am no longer available for relationships that require me to make myself smaller, dimmer, or less than I am. I feel good about the love in my life. I feel good about the friendships I am cultivating. I feel good about the community I am part of. And I feel good about my ability to be a loving, present, and generous presence in the lives of the people I care about. I feel good about my home. The space I inhabit reflects who I am and how I want to feel. I create environments that support my peace, my creativity, and my joy. Wherever I am is home when I carry peace inside me, and I carry it everywhere I go. I feel good about my body. My body is not a problem to be solved. It is not a project to be completed or a source of shame to be managed. My body is the extraordinary vehicle through which I experience everything beautiful about being alive. I feel good in my body. I am grateful for its strength, its resilience, its capacity for pleasure and movement and rest. I treat it like the remarkable gift that it is. I feel good about my inner self, the parts of me that are tender, that are still healing, that are learning, that are not yet fully formed. Those parts are not flaws. They are the most human, most real, most lovable parts of who I am. I embrace my wholeness, including the places that are still growing. I feel good about the person I am on the inside, and I trust that person completely. I feel good about my current path. I do not need to have the whole map in order to trust that I am walking in the right direction. My path is unfolding exactly as it should. The detours have been instructive. The delays have been protective. The pivots have been purposeful. I feel good about where I am, because where I am is exactly where I am supposed to be in order to get to where I am going. I feel good about my lifestyle. I have built a life that feels like mine, not a performance for someone else's approval, not a checklist of externally validated achievements, but a genuine, living expression of my values, my pleasures, my priorities, and my sense of what matters most. I feel good about how I spend my time. I feel good about what I choose to say yes to and what I have learned to decline. I feel good about the rhythm of my days and the meaning I bring to them. I feel powerful, not the power that comes from dominating others or forcing outcomes, but the quiet, steady, unshakable power that comes from knowing exactly who I am and choosing to be that person without apology. I am not waiting for permission. I am not waiting for the right moment. The power I have been looking for has always lived inside me, and I claim it now, fully and without reservation. I feel capable. Everything I need to meet this moment, I already possess. I have navigated hard things before, and I am stronger for it. I have solved problems that once seemed insurmountable. I have grown in ways I could not have predicted. I am capable of whatever comes next, and I face the future not with anxiety, but with the quiet confidence of someone who knows their own strength from the inside. I feel strong, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I have a depth of resilience inside me that circumstances have only revealed, never created. I have proven again and again that I can rise, I can adapt, I can begin again, I can find beauty in the ashes and meaning in the mess. I am strong in ways that cannot be measured from the outside, and I feel that strength now, coursing through me like a current. I feel alive, fully, completely, exquisitely alive, present in this body, awake in this moment, engaged with this life. Not sleepwalking, not numbed out, not waiting for something else to happen before I show up. I am here, I am alive, and I feel the extraordinary privilege of that aliveness in every breath I take. It feels so good to be me. I do not say that because my life is without difficulty, or because I have never known pain, or because I have reached some final state of enlightened perfection. I say it because I have chosen, deliberately and repeatedly, to come back to this truth, that the life I am living, the body I inhabit, the mind I carry, the heart that beats inside my chest, is something worth celebrating, something worth protecting, something worth loving with a fierceness and a tenderness that I am only beginning to understand. How lucky I am to be me. How lucky to be here, in this moment, with this awareness, with this capacity to choose how I feel, what I believe, who I am becoming. How lucky to have access to the infinite creativity of my own mind, the warmth of my own heart, the quiet wisdom of my own body. I am the luckiest person I know, and I choose to feel that luck actively, openly, and with deep and genuine gratitude. I feel so good about what is flowing to me. The river of abundance, love, health, opportunity, and joy that the universe is constantly moving in my direction does not stop because I stop believing in it. But when I believe in it, when I feel it before it arrives, when I open myself to receive it without flinching, it flows faster, richer, and more generously than I have ever allowed before. I am open. I am ready. I am receiving. I feel so good about the blessings I have. Not the blessings I am waiting for. Not the ones I will appreciate once things are different. The ones I have right now, in this moment, in this imperfect, beautiful, unfolding life. I feel so good about them. I count them. I name them. I let them fill me up, and from that fullness, I move forward into a future that is already more radiant than anything I could have manufactured through worry or force. I feel so good about myself. I feel so good about my life. And I carry that feeling with me like a light I refuse to let anyone, anything,